for coming. If I can have everyone please take a seat. Everyone please take a seat. We'll begin our ceremony.
Okay, unless you want to chair between us.
All right. I want to thank you guys for coming. I want to preface this. I'm not really good at talking in front of a crowd. So, but I want to thank everyone for coming. It truly means a lot for us and Nancy Brooks and us at the Mary Day Club. Diane meant a lot to us, and so we're gonna first just open up. If anyone wants to come up, tell a favorite story, anything about Diane. So I'm going to have Nancy and Brooks come up first, and after that, we can all come in. So.
Hi everyone, I'm Brooks Armstrong. This is my wife Nancy Armstrong, and we've been friends with Diane for at least
About 37 for me, and about 34 for you.
I take long
One of the things, how I met Brooks is we would go out to a nightclub after work or something, and Diane would always flit away to get drinks, and she would get sidetracked. And I'd be there by myself, waiting for her to get back, and that's how I met Brooks.
by default.
So yeah, there was a ship in the yard, and we said no sailors tonight because we were by water. And sure enough, he was in uniform. He came over. But Diane would be so happy to see everybody here.
And I'm really impressed at the number of people that are here. I think so. She was doing something right. She obviously all you folks have showed up for her, and we're her friends. She always talked about Mirror Bay, and this was her life. I mean, this was where her friends were, her love to do. So thank you everyone for that.
And
It's okay. We can hear you. We can hear you.
One of the fond memories I have of her is us going to the county fair. We would ride whatever it was, I don't remember what it was called. It was like a snow something, and it would go real fast, and they'd be playing Def Leppard and pour some sugar on me. We'd be jamming. And then nights when we would get on her pit couch and have friends over and just get tilted, basically. But yeah, she was something, but a better friend you couldn't ask. She was always there for us.
Nancy, can I just say, because I was talking to you briefly, and I didn't know where she was from or her background.
Yeah, she was from Buffalo, New York. We worked together in Buffalo, and she loved to do woodworking. She worked on her houses that she had there. We worked in picture framing together, custom picture framing, and when she subsequently came down here, which she did only after I moved down here because of Brooks, she stayed, took care of her dad till her dad passed, and once he passed, she came down to Florida, and so we were able to continue our friendship down here, and she helped us. We helped her move. She helped us move. She helped us get our first house. She helped build decks. She would do anything. She'd prefer getting tools over jewelry. And didn't like to take shit from anybody. But here's to Diane. She would have been, this was her birthday. And this is her.
We miss her dearly.
Would anyone like to share anything?
I'll start first. This is from Jen. I'm speaking for Jen. Let me get this out. Oh, Diane, what a spitfire she was. She always had my back and was my biggest advocate. Always encouraged me to do more and go further, but always my biggest critic, only to help do better myself. Diane had a hard shell on the outside, but if you broke through that shell, she was the sweetest, most generous person you would ever meet. I'll miss hearing her voice and all the weekend calls and days when I was off. Diane would make sure to call me and inform me, but always with the sweet voice of "Hey, Pi." There's so much more I could say about Diane, as I had the pleasure of not only calling her my friend and coworker, but as well as calling her part of our family for the last 12 years. She was the best secret keeper, and you can tell her anything in only 4 magic words. You can't say anything, her lips were sealed. We would never know what all she took on with her. She should be missed and loved by many. We will love you, Pi. Rest easy, and watch over us. And then this is for me. So I'm not the best at speeches, whatever you would call this, so I'm keeping this very short. There are many words that you can use to describe Diane: caring, thoughtful, full of life, witty, tell you straight to your face kind of person. Diane was a hardworking lady who always stood up for me and never doubted my ability. She always had my back no matter the situation, and she taught me so much about being versatile and even woodworking. She never got annoyed at me, even when I didn't understand something, and she always was so patient with me. You're the grandmother I didn't have and always wanted. I would forever cherish the memories you created and forever miss you, Pi. If anyone else wants to come up.
Good afternoon, I'm Kelly Walter. I live in Admiral Point and I moved to Mirror Bay about 7 years ago. And, for those that are in the front row, I have 6 cats. That's probably okay. And it's also Earth Day, so I rode my bike over here. But it was important to come and acknowledge the difference that Diane made, not just for me, but I have a foster kiddo. And there were many, many times when he's been over here and I wasn't here and I knew Diane was looking over him. And what I found really fascinating was the pictures of her. And there's a whole different side of Diane than I ever knew from the last 10 years. Apparently she grew up when Santa Clauses were scary. And she was sexy. Okay, wow. So I really appreciate whoever put that together so we could really get a view of her life beyond anything that we could see or know. I did want to just pay my regards to her and just share that for some reason I'm more impacted by her death than I even was my dad's. It was like when someone told me she was gone, I was like, but I just saw her. So I can see it's that way for you too. And I'm grateful for who she was as a person and what she provided us here. There's a lot that she impacted, and I'm grateful that the community came out to acknowledge her life and the difference that she made, and we're grateful.
Would anyone else like to come up?
I'll come up.
All right, man.
I don't think I need the microphone.
Okay.
That went downstairs.
Hi, everybody. First of all, I want to thank Jennifer Ashley for making the phone call when Diane didn't show up for work. And then the 2 young gentlemen that went over there, Duncan was one of them. Let's hear it for Duncan. He went over there to find her way, and Noah was with you, right? Okay. But, when I sit out there, every day at 3:30, 3:45, I go home, I walked through the gym, through the cafe here and out to Diane, and Diane would always say to me, "How you doing, Maddie? Did you have a good time? Did you talk to anybody today?" Diane, you know me, I'm quiet, put on my headphones. But, you know, as an Irish kid, we grew up with Irish family. We always talked about a person's life, not how it ended. We always try to talk how beautifully they live. And the only thing I'll just say is, the world changes year to year. The days of our lives are always something different. And what was this? It's coming, it's coming. We were gonna miss Diane, but she'll always be remembered by all of us here for the 14 years she put in. Thank you and have a great day.
Walk back to my seat, I'm sorry. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Aaron. I've worked at the cafe for about 6 or 7 years now, until about 4 months ago. I've known Diane since my very first day. She was my trainer. Sorry, I was crying before I got up. I'm sorry, I'll finish it real quick, hold on. I known her from my very first day at working here at Mirror Bay, and she taught me how to be a man and how to be a worker. And I don't know what I'd do without her. So I just wanted to say thank you from the past Mirror Bay staff and the present Mirror Bay staff for everything she did and for teaching us how to really be good employees and great people. Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna try to keep this light because I don't want to cry. My name is Ashley Adkins. I worked here for about 7 years, so good to see all of you again. It's crazy. Even driving here is like a walk down memory lane. There's a lot more stuff up everywhere, but anyway, I'm rambling. So Diane, obviously she had a big impact on everybody she came across, and me especially, and didn't want to say this in front of the other people that worked here, but she was always my favorite. She just come in and sit down, make herself at home, and just we could talk about it and everything. And I'm sure a lot of times when residents saw us, we looked all stressed out and running around with like chicken. That's it. But we did have a lot of fun. I'll tell you that much. And then I didn't, when I stopped working here, it was less and less you get to see the people you work with, but we did catch up one time down in Tampa, and we talked about everything Mirror Bay wise. you guys know that can be a long list of things to talk about, so no, half kidding. But anyway, another quote I've heard before is people die twice, once when they actually take their last breath, and then again when people say your name for the last time. So as we all go on, let's just continue to talk about Diane and remember her for the amazing woman that she was, and never stop saying her name. So thank you.
Okay, also I'm really bad at telling speeches, so sorry. Also if I cry, I'll just stop. I started here about 2 years ago. As many of you know, I'm the lifeguard supervisor here. I took Duncan's position when he left. And one of the good things about Diane is she was very close to Duncan. And I don't even know what I'm saying. She was very close with Duncan, and she was, as Jen's advocate, she was also a really good advocate for the young people, me and Duncan. Whenever people don't listen to us around the pool or anything, you better believe Diane would run out right after us. Might take her a minute to get out there, but she would get out there and she would back us up. There's not much more I can say, just she was a big part of us.
First of all, I want to thank Jen for taking the time to reach out to me and let me know of Diane's passing before I found out from wherever. It was really nice of you, Jen. I actually mentioned that once somebody's name is said for the last time, is there's the second time they die. And I had this great idea to keep her name alive, and that is to start making a Reuben sandwich again and name it the Diane.
You can have Rachel and Diane. The turkey version and
Whatever, but anyhow, I thank you for feeling like I guess everybody here feels about her. She was there every day, always with a smile. We talked about upstate New York, even though at first she didn't believe that I was from upstate New York. I wonder why. So anyway, she always made sure when we came down from playing cards or mahjong or whatever, that I gave her the count. What was the count, Grace? So anyway, we will all miss her. I'm so glad that you put this together, Jen, and I thank you all for your work. And I can see there's a lot of people that love Diane.
Okay, so some of you guys might remember me. I worked at Mirabay for like 7 years. I'm gonna try to keep this simple because Diane is. I tried. Pissed. She would tell us that life moves on. We're old. We're gonna die soon. I can hear it. So Diane's stories, they could go on forever. The time you're in the cafe and she tells you the craziest story that you're still questioning that you should have heard at the age you heard that. The time she told me to kick back because the pool was dead. The many times where, like all of you needed help, and Diane, you call her, and she would come out there and she would lay on the new one. So I'm up here just because I want to give my thanks, because Diane did a lot, and she was like my grandmother's mom. So thank you guys.
I know. All right. So I can public speak all day long, but yet I'm insanely nervous to speak about something like this we're passionate about. And I'm gonna break some like HR rules. So I don't work here anymore. I wore the legacy shirt, but so I had the wonderful joy of being Diane's boss for 8 years. Diane was phenomenal, a little messy, had her own style. I said that when I walked in, it's just Diane, right? It's like everybody knew. Health inspector came, sorry guys, it was very clean. I was like, Diane, get out, go to the front desk, keep it clean, so just a little creative in her own style. So I am going to read her review from 2017, because it's applicable today. Sorry, I'm nervous. Feel a little shaky. Okay, so the first, I'm only reading 2 sections, because it was a good review. Obviously, I wouldn't read it in front of everyone at her celebration of life. But it's so true to today. I sent this to Jen and Ashley the other day, so All right, here we go. All right. I can't see, I'm shaking, and it's hard to read. Okay, so first section. Diane is the heart of the Galley Cafe and even the club. Everyone loves Diane. She has served the Mirror Bay Club for many years now, and no matter what life throws at her, she will step up and give it her all. So that's one section of it. Let me read this next one. Let's see. Let's go. All right. This is the funny one. So Diane and her organization. Now let's go back. 2017. We are in 2024 now. So Diane and her organization. She has her own form of organization. She gets the job done, and everyone loves Diane. Yet, I think we would all agree, it is not done in the most, you know where I'm going, organized manner. She knows that, otherwise I wouldn't say here today. So she knows that, and we are always looking for her to step up in means of organization. Yet she has been on our team for so long, and she is a staple of our community. We all just understand that's Diane's way of working. It wouldn't be a proper review if I didn't mention the cleanliness in our organization as two areas that we would love to see improvement on for Diane. But I will tell you this, she gives it her all. She is dedicated, she is focused, and again, Diane would do, it says otherwise, we love Diane to the moon and back. So I think all of us know Diane, oh my goodness, I'm jokingly, one of these hot pictures, I think you said, Ashley used to have in her office, just as whoa, Diane, you have it on your phone. It was so funny. I remember there was a boo-boo, whenever my hip or whatever it was, Diane would come over in my office and tell me all this numerology stuff of healing. And I was like, whatever it takes, I'll do it, But man, we love Diane. And the fact of this room and everyone here just having their own heartstrings tugged by someone like that, we all make impacts like this. And if Diane can make an impact like this, just know that you guys keep that legacy alive and keep doing what we're doing and keep that Diane word rolling and rocking and rolling. But I've thought about her so much, ever since you guys called me last month, and I just literally can't get her out of my mind. And I think that's the same for all of us. So having this opportunity of closure, but at the same time, do it your own way. Do it that Diane style. She didn't try to make all of us love her to the moon and back. She just was Diane. So you guys just be you, and let's keep her legacy alive. So thank you.
Anyone else? Can you come up? Say a few words.
Hi there. I am Ben. I currently work here for about a little over a year. I have not known Diane for a very long time, but I do want to start out with some characteristics. She was kind. She was bold. And she was very patient. I have to say, I have had moments where I need to rant or vent, and she was always the person sitting at the front desk where I would sit there for 20 minutes and just talk about someone or some random problem bothering me. And I have to say, it wasn't always on me. Sorry, it wasn't always on them, but she made sure to tell me that. She was a very stirred up person, and I really do respect her for that. I would always walk in the morning, and he'd say, "Hey, there's my favorite Diane, how are you doing?" And she would just start to laugh. I loved her very much, and she was very well respected and loved from everyone here. And I really see that now that everyone showed up. So thank you everyone for coming. Have a great day.
So I'm going to start off on behalf of me and my family. Whenever we would start walking to the front of the cafeteria, Diane would always start counting me and my family because I'm the oldest of a lot of kids. 6 to be exact. But yeah, Diane meant a lot to all of us, including my family, and she always made Mary Bay is special to all of us. And we know from the bottom of all of our hearts that we all loved her very much. And I'm trying to hold it together, I'm sorry. Yeah. I really just want to say she meant a lot of us. She would always smile at me and wink up the times when she would catch. And she meant a lot to all of us. Yeah. Thank you.
So I didn't have anything formally planned. This is Amelia, and Diane was actually the first one that I told about my pregnancy with her. She was a treasure. I think we could all agree that. Looking around this room, there are so many faces. Diane touched us all, and she just had a way of like throwing herself into your life and into your heart. Originally, when I started, gosh, I can't even tell you the year. We bonded over being from Buffalo, so of course that was an instant bond, and Diane just became like a grandmother. Like everyone had said, she was just so easy to talk to. You could just tell her everything, and just those, like Jen said, those 4 words, don't tell anyone else. Don't tell anyone else, and her lips were sealed. Diane has not only touched me and the staff here, but my family as well. We would, go and visit her after I left Mirror Bay, and she just, there were so many things. The more you learned about Diane, the more layers you pulled back, and she was a fantastic lady. She was a spitfire. I think she never had kids of her own, so I think she kind of took us all in as her children, and as the other people mentioned, she was really quick. As soon as you had a problem, she would go out and help you with whatever it was. She had no problem, setting your residents straight or telling the kids to stop running by the pool. And she spread so much joy in our family. She spread so much joy in this community, and I'm so thankful to have known her, to have been able to spend as much time and share as many stories as we did with her, and keep her legacy alive, and we'll do for the kids.
Anyone else? All right. But again, thank you guys so much for coming. It really means a lot to all of us. There's food in the back, appetizers in the back, so guys, help yourself. But again, thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys. And there's also pina coladas in the back. Diane loves pina coladas. Oh, one thing I forgot, in lieu of flowers, we have bird seeds, so if you guys like to come up and grab a packet and spread them out on your lawn, in your yard, because Diane does not like flowers, so she loves birds, animals, so